Welcome back to another episode of the Gambling Goats podcast. He's Johnny. I'm Shea. Big week 15 coming up. The kid's getting hot. 8-2 in the last 2 weeks. Another 4-1 week for me. Johnny, am I officially back or what?
I think you're back, big guy. What a hot week you had. I wish I could say the same. You were on fire. Last week, all I was seeing was check marks. You really are getting your picks back.
Well, thanks, big dog. It's been a struggle this season, and it feels good to be finally having a couple good weeks put together here. So looking to keep the ball rolling. And man, how'd you do in week 14 there?
I've been taking over your juju and becoming the coldest gambler on the planet. Here we go. I went 2 and 3, so I went 2 out of 5 right. I took Raiders plus 9.5 over Kansas City. I really felt like they were going to battle Kansas City. Kansas City whooped them.
Yep.
I took Buffalo plus 3.5 points. They came back in the fourth quarter to push OT. I can't ask for much more than that. I wish the line was bigger, but Tom Brady in OT with the ball and gets it done. Washington plus 4 versus Cowboys. Well, it looks like you came up on the right side of that one, right?
No, we were both wrong on that, buddy.
We were both on Washington?
Yeah.
So that was a tough one. I loved seeing Heineke rush for that touchdown, fighting for it. But, Cowboys really got it done. I don't blame them. I took Saints minus 5.5 versus Jets. That was the safest pick of the week. And I took the Rams plus 2.5 versus the Cardinals. And again, just a nice safe pick. Glad they got that W. So other than that, go ahead.
On to the next one, man. That Rams pick wasn't the safest pick with all the COVID issues they were going on, so it was a good win for them. That's a great win for the Rams heading into week 15 here, where they got to keep winning if they want to win that division. So that's a big win. That Cowboys Washington game, that was my only loss this week. It was just a bad pick, I think. We were on the wrong side of that. We had Washington at plus 4. The line ended up closing at plus 6.5. It was just one of those things, man. We got beat by the number. That's on us. I hit the 49ers minus the 1.5. I hit the Bucks minus the 3.5, and I hit the Chargers minus the 10. And then my teaser hit as well. Baltimore up to plus 9. They kept that close, and Titans down to a minus 1.5, and they just pummeled the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, man, I'm feeling good. I hate this week. I'll tell you that right now. I do not love the board this week.
It's a tough week. It really is.
A lot of dogs and a lot of away games, and I'm not a fan. I'm just going to say it right now.
Not a fan, but we do have to get our picks out there, Shea. Tough week. Really kind of that week where people are really trying to push. There's going to be upsets. It's going to be a tough one to read the board. And I'd like to get us started off with probably the toughest matchup I've got picked, and it's your Pats versus the Colts. I'm guessing we're probably both on the same line here. It was a really tough pick. The Colts have been playing great, putting up points. However, I got to get behind your Pats. Plus 2.5 points versus the Colts. I'm really liking it. I like what I'm seeing from the defense, all-around team. And versus the Colts, I think Belichick and Mac Jones gets it done. I think they get the W, let alone the plus points. So I'm going to take plus 2.5 and see how that one rolls out. I think that's going to be a tough game, but if they can keep their composure and play clean, don't turn over the ball too much, I think they can get it done.
You know what, man? Like you said, I'm riding with you. I got the Patriots plus the 2.5 myself. I love this pick. Both these teams are coming off the bye. They both had their bye week last week. And you know what? Bill Belichick coming off a bye gives them that extra week to game plan for this game. He's going to have something in the scheme to slow down this Colts offense led by Jonathan Taylor. The Colts have been playing well. I have liked the Colts, the way they've been playing. They're still in this playoff hunt. They're currently in that wild card position, but they do have a bunch of teams chasing them. The Bills, the Broncos, the Bengals, the Browns, all one game right behind them. So this is a big game for the but like you said, man, if I'm going to back the Patriots, who are the first team in the AFC, versus the Colts, and we got road dogs here, man. I'm taking the road dog. I'm taking the better coach. I'm taking the young rookie quarterback who's lighting it up. Give me the Pats plus the 2.5. Let's roll.
100%. 100%. And honestly, Shea, looking back at it, hindsight's 2020, if there was a team I could absolutely bandwagon and hop on the last 9 weeks, it would have been Green Bay and Patriots.
Yep.
Easy. Those are the two teams that I wish I could have been hopping on every single week and haven't. And I'm getting on board for probably the rest of the year with that in
Just
mind.
gotta throw this in here as well. Hey, both of our teams are first place in their conference. How's that feel? Hey,
It feels pretty good.
We could have a Patriots Packers Super Bowl.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. It wouldn't be good for us and our relationship, but it would be fun. So that's our first pick. We're both on the same side of that. We got 4 more. I've switched it up a little bit this week. You'll see why. I'm going to get into the next one here. Houston versus Jaguars. Urban Meyers just got let go. I guess I kind of saw it coming, but after last week or whatever, he was saying he had no intention on leaving and going back to college, but I guess Jaguars need to see some fucking wins. So Jaguars really need a win, but I think Houston still gets it done. They just lost their head coach. I'm on the side that Houston's just a better team and they're going to get the W. That's where I'm going with this. Plus 4 points. I'm going to take Houston. I think Houston gets the money line win, but over the Jaguars, it's going to be close. So if they can keep it within a field goal, I'll be super happy.
Man, this is the garbage bowl, big garbage bowl
game.
2-11 teams going head to head. We got one team that just relieved the cancer in the locker room in Urban Meyer. He's gone. Yeah. He's gone getting some lap dances from some college broads at the bar.
That's right.
It's not a good look for Jacksonville to have kept him around this long. Personally, that's what I think. I could have seen this happen in week 7. This team, they've kind of ruined Trevor Lawrence's first year, in the league. He was a highly touted prospect, first overall pick, not used to losing, and all he's done this year is lose. So that's got to be hard on the young guy there. But you know what, man, Houston, they're full of veterans, and it kind of looks like to me that the Houston team is kind of given up on the season and is kind of relying on that high draft pick. So I don't know if they get up and play for this game. While I know Jacksonville is going to get up and play, it's almost like a revenge spot, like a big old fuck you to Urban Meyer and say, you know what, Jaguars, we're back, we're running. The defense has been looking solid. I know it's not good, but it's been looking solid. I'm on the other side of you, buddy. I'm taking the Jags minus the 4 points. I don't like it. It.
Totally get it.
Let's go. I like it.
Yeah. I totally get it here. And you're right. They did do Trevor Lawrence a bit dirty, but that's what you expect from being the number 1 pick in the draft, going to the worst team in the league. Texans have put up points a bit this season, but it's been off and on. They put 13 up against they beat the Titans in November there. They put up 22 against the Titans. They've even put up 22 against the Patriots, 22 against the Rams, all good defenses. So just keeping that in mind, I really see where you're coming from, Shea, with this Urban Meyer bounce back spot, hungry dogs. And it's definitely something that I would hop on board, but I've been wrong every time. So I'm just switching shit, going with Houston, not trusting my gut. I'm going for the plus points. Dogs have been eating all year. And I think it's an upset where you think Jaguars should win and you get upset by your upset pick. So I'm taking Houston. That's my second pick.
That game.
We're on different sides of the board. So one of us is going to be missing one this week. I hope it's you this time. I'll get into my next pick here. Broncos versus Bengals. It's at Denver, I believe.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Really tough game, man. I really do love the Bengals. Joe Burrow, Mixon, Chase, everything they've been doing. I've been hurt. They've won. But I like Broncos. I like them in Denver. And I like them putting up some points. I'm going to take minus 2.5 Broncos. I'm going to take them on the points. Is it going to be a tough game? For sure. I think Broncos defense gets an interception and gets some turnovers done and stops the ball on third and makes some important stops. I think the ball goes a little bit further in Denver. I'm on the Broncos today.
Well, we're going head-to-head once again. I got the Bengals. I'm going to take the Bengals plus the 2.5 points on the road. Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, also, they're getting healthier. They were banged up last week and they had that tough overtime loss to San Fran. Where, they played a lot better than I thought they were going to play with all those injuries. Meanwhile, the Broncos, they handled business against the Lions. They won 38-10, which is, it's kind of expected. The Lions are 1-11-1 on the season, so nothing to really write home about there. This is kind of like a classic bounce back letdown spot, in my opinion. You got the Bengals, who have come off 2 heartbreaking losses against good teams, plus 500 teams. And then you got the Broncos, who, they beat the Lions. Are they riding high after that? Yeah, maybe not, but it's a letdown spot. The Broncos are 0-3 versus the AFC North teams this season. Only scoring fewer than 20 points in each of these games. So you know what? I like to see, the Bengals make it 0-4 against the Broncos there. Give me the Bengals plus the 2.5 points. Hungry dogs run faster.
Wow. Hungry dogs do run faster, but Broncos have been putting up points all season. So I'm going to stick with Broncos and their consistency with putting up points every game. I think there's only been one game where they were held to like a touchdown this year. Other than that, they've scored at minimum at least 2. I'm guessing maybe even an over in this game, to be honest, the Broncos-Bengals game, but I'm just going to leave it at Broncos -2. It's fun that we're on both sides of this, but who knows? One of us is having a bad week next week. We know that. That is hilarious. We're on both sides. So all first 3 picks, we're on the first one with the Patriots, opposites on the last 2 with Houston Jaguars, Broncos, and Bengals. Let's get into our 4th. Now, this is probably my favorite pick of the week. I'm going to take Green Bay on money line against Baltimore. Is it going to be a fun game? Sketchy. You never know what happens with Lamar. Yeah, it definitely is, but I trust in my Green Bay Packers. I wish I could hop on train sooner. The last 9 weeks, like I said, they're not giving us the numbers yet. I'm guessing -5 or -6, and I'd probably take them all the way up to -6 if I had to. Anything over 7 is going to be pretty close. I might start thinking about the plus points, but definitely going to take Green Bay money line.
You know what, man? That's a lock. Lamar Jackson's questionable this week so far. He got an ankle injury last week against the Browns. So it could be their backup quarterback Huntley leading that Baltimore team, which is all in favor of the Green Bay Packers.
That's why they probably don't have the numbers up yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's just one of those games, man. And you know what, man? I'm going to another game where we didn't really have any odds up on our book. I'm going Seahawks at Rams. Rams are laying the 4.5 points. Is what I kind of saw online there. But you know what? I would take the Rams all the way up to -6.5. I think this is kind of a statement game for the Rams. They beat the Cardinals. They're another division game this week. They're going to beat the Seahawks. I'd take them, like I said, up to 6.5 points. And you know what? The Rams, they're fighting, man. They're 1 game back of the Cardinals for the top spot in that division. And the way they've been playing, it looks like they want that top spot. So give me the Rams. Like I said, I got it at -4.5, but I would take it all the way up to -6.5. I think they handle business. I could see it even winning by 10. So Seahawks kind of bottom echelon of the league right now. Their playoff hopes are pretty much done at this point. So give me the Rams. Better teams at home. I like it.
I hate betting against the Birds teams. But I'm going to take, instead of a team here, I'm going to take an anytime touchdown. I'm taking James Conner for Cardinals versus Detroit. Anytime touchdown, I think that's a lock. I'd even touch and sprinkle on the 2+ touchdown. Really love that. It's been a lock almost every week. The guy's running the ball like crazy. So those are my 5 picks there. Patriots, Houston, Broncos, Green Bay, and James Conner anytime touchdown. Those are my 5 best picks this week. I don't know about those 2 that we're up against each other, and that's going to be a fun one to watch.
You know what? One of us is coming away with a winning week this week. I'll tell you that right now. So that's you know what, man? That James Conner pick's solid. They're playing Detroit. I like him to run one in. I like I said, I could see him even getting 2. He has been a touchdown machine for him, 3 even. The guy's been good. It's actually surprising that Pittsburgh kind of just let him walk after what are they doing, man? He's actually proven himself with the Cardinals over there. So James Conner getting the touchdown. I like it.
5 best. I know you got your 2-game teaser, or what do we got this week?
Oh, I got a 2-game teaser, and this is a juicy one. So my 2-game teaser, I got the Washington football team taking on the Eagles. Washington is currently +7. I'm going to tease them up to +14. It's a divisional game. +14 is way too many points to be laying out in a divisional game. I think it's going to be a close game. They're very similar teams. And, if I can get 14 points with the Washington football team, I'm going to take that all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. So that's my first leg. My second leg, and this is just basically a fade of the Jets. I think the Jets are a shitty fucking football team. They're not good. I'm going to tease the Dolphins from -10 down to -3. Take the Jets. I think the Dolphins probably cover that -10, but at -3, I think this is an easy lock. I don't even have to sweat this game. It's one of those, Jets suck, Dolphins are rolling. Let's go Tua, So Washington +14, Washington +14, and Dolphins -3.
Love it. Well, those are some great picks this week, man. I'm really interested to see what happens Sunday. We should probably get together and watch some of these. Those two games we're up against each other is going to be fun to watch. I really look forward to seeing who comes out on top this week.
Going to be a little preview of our Packers-Patriots Super Bowl going head-to-head here this week, eh?
That'll be a lot of fun. And for all you guys watching, keep an eye out for that Twitter, because you could have made a lot of money off of Shea's picks last week. The guy lit the board up.
I was seeing the board.
We're going to do the same thing this week. Look out for our social medias, subscribe, click follow, and can't wait for the next week. But really looking forward to Sunday this week and seeing what happens.
Yeah, like and subscribe, and make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, @GamblingGoats. Johnny, let's make some money this weekend, buddy. Good luck to you.
Money good to you. Cheers.
Cheers.